Hi, thank you for visiting Vorian. My name is Vori, and if this is your first time being here, then a sub and a like to the channel would be greatly appreciated. Thank you as well for those people that's been supporting me through Saveria and my YouTube members. Now let's talk about Metaphor ReFantazio. Metaphor ReFantazio. What a title. What a name of a game. And what the heck were they thinking when they come up with that name? But maybe they have lots to offer. That's what I thought at first when I downloaded this prologue demo, and it consists of, or required I should say, about 50 gigabytes of space in your PC. This is the Steam version, and I gotta warn you, at first it's going to be an adult theme story, so this is not for the squeamish eyes. And right straight out of the beginning, the intro movie, this great anime style cinematic, they are going to stab the king. So close your eyes if you're not going to be able to handle it, and that's it. And yep, this is not going to be your regular high school style type of story that has some dark elements within the game or the premise. If you're keep on hearing that it's like Persona mixed with SMT, it's like the combination, the perfect fusion of two, it's not. It could be even more than that, but you'll see it soon enough. What I can say about the game in the very beginning, it took me about 3 hours blazing through the game, not even exploring enough to satisfy my curiosity or distraction habit, but it is kind of long. I think you could push it up to 5 hours if I'm not mistaken throughout this prologue demo. So that's what I was thinking. Maybe that 50 gigs is actually the whole game, and maybe they're very confident with their security system. People won't be able to pirate the game even though having the whole access to it, but they only releases it according to times and according if you already purchased the game or not. So this is the settings, and in the settings I have everything maxed out, but maybe because of my monitors I could only push it up to 60 FPS. Oh wait, I actually could push more than 60, but I realized that my monitor only able up to 60 because it's actually a TV. Anyway, when I start the game, I definitely fell in love straight away to the character design, to the environment, to the game design itself. The battle mechanics is very familiar to me, and what I can tell right now, it reminds me a lot of like Full Metal Alchemist or Attack on Titan, and gameplay wise like Trails in Daybreak. Though I haven't played that game, but I'm pretty sure it feels that almost like that. Why I could say something like that? Because the gameplay itself, I'm going to skip through here. I mean, oh wait, there's a difficulty settings that you could also pick. The Regicide is the hardest difficulty. It says that with higher risk there are higher returns, but the easiest part is called story mode, so I think you could just kind of blast through the whole game without thinking about the difficulty of the enemies. But I only picked normal because it actually playing throughout the game, throughout the demo I mean, it's very balanced. It's so good, the balance is so good. I mean, it's challenging at the same time. It keeps me intrigued to try out different style or mechanics or strategy, but it's still not that bad that you want to give up, because everything is, you know, heading towards more and most difficulties nowadays. Now again, most of the CG or animations will be in anime, which I really like because the quality is not the cheapy kind of anime. It's a good kind, but there's also like the actual art style 3D animations later on in the game. Now then, after this also a conflict that is quite bloody. I'm just going to skip through here. They just slash that guy, and we're getting into the tutorial where we're explained that the game itself showing you as if you are playing an action RPG games. I mean, you're running around the desert, you are slashing or dodging through enemies. I mean, in the very beginning, you cannot fight these enemies because you're like level 1 and they're like above you, like far above you. So it's not actually an action RPG. It's a turn-based RPG with a hybrid feature, which means when you're over level, like in Persona 5, you could just like ram through your enemies, but in this game you could actually slash through them. I mean, you don't have to go into the battle sequence when it's turn-based. You just slash through them and they're just gone. There's also HP considered, not like just hack and slash them and they're auto dead or stuff like that. But the battle sequence for the turn-based itself is actually not that bad. It's not that long, it's fast-paced, and they even have an auto battle feature. Oh my god! Mobile gamers like me given an auto battle feature, why not? I mean, it's going to help me out a lot. I mean, grinding through the regular and the small enemies that I could already hack and slash through. Anyway, it's the AI itself is also great. It's not that dull attack only type of AI. There are also formation based strategy. But anyway, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. This is the part when the MC, the canon name of the MC supposedly is Will, but you could also change it into your unique names of choice. Now this is where the part where it reminds me a lot of Fullmetal Alchemist and Attack on Titan, because it feels kind of European, but it has some Japanese flair as well. And there's like this comical cell shading style. I mean, the animation, the graphic art style in this game is just me, so I'm probably biased about this. And I also want to remind you there are lots of visual effect that is shown in the game, even the demo itself. So if you're sensitive or photosensitive into that kind of stuff, you might want to be careful, or you might want to check if there's like a visual effect settings, because I did, but there's none of it. So maybe just be careful, okay? Just beware, because there are a lot of these little things, you know, flashing through your screen. Well, next they keep on giving us tutorials up until the 3rd hour even of the prologue demo. The demo itself is not time limited, so you go on and ahead, enjoy yourself. It does feel getting darker and darker towards the end of the demo, but maybe that's just me. This is the part when the story kind of explains to you a little bit of elements in the game. So I really like about this demo, it explains the game, it tells you about the story of the game, but it's not that too much information, and it's not that slow pace, so you thoroughly enjoy the game and of course wanting more. What's the MC doing right now? The MC is actually getting into the city and trying to find some jobs, and then he enlisted, and then he got through the barrack. This is the background story about him and the prince, and the book that he still carries around. There's still a lot of questions about that. Now, the introduction with this young nobleman Scroll was like he's like the first bestie, he's like the first best friend of the MC, and then the first conflict that they gotta face together is like deaths on the barracks. I mean, there are monsters attacking. Oh my god, our friends, our squads are in danger. We gotta save him, and all that junk as always. It's also introduced you to the tutorial of the battle, where what you're seeing here is how the battle usually starts. You could also just like in Persona series, get like preemptive strikes or ambushed by enemies. Ambush will definitely be a huge disadvantage for you, and the other way around. The preemptive strikes, of course, it's going to like this stun the enemies, you know, giving you a head start. and damage the enemies before you couldn't do anything. And then when you got Unscathed Triumph, which is like a no damage N, it'll give you more rewards like XP, money, stuff like that. And in this game, when you level up, you could actually allocate points like RPGs, like even Western RPGs. Then you could decide the type of play style or the type of MC power that you would like to aim to. See, the visual effects like everywhere. It's so cool. When I was playing it, I mean, it's kind of getting tiresome in like 3 hours of gameplay or so, but it's still cool. I mean, I still like it. I don't want to switch it off. I mean, it's good that it's there. And of course, the auto battle mechanics is helping me a lot. I mean, if I'm just grinding through this little teeth here, I'm not very interested in high strategy playing against it. I'm just going to hit it or probably give some little magic to it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to when I'm fighting the boss. The boss is up here, I think. I'm sorry, I'm skipping through. So what happened here is that we're fighting against a boss, and our buddy here, our new acquainted buddy, is done for. And then we got angry. And when we got angry, something within awakened. Here we go. I'm sorry you can't get to see the whole animations there, but you go on and experience it yourself. It's pretty cool. And we're turning into this type, an archetype they call it here, not persona, okay? This archetype is consisting of like unique powers, each of them. Like there are different archetypes, there's lots of them. There's different types. There's like this one is called Seeker, I think. There's like Warrior, Mage, and a Healer, stuff like that. Seeker, I think, is one of the balanced one. The main character will return into this form, but when you use the magic, and it will turn into that Seeker archetype form. And then the boss in this game is very unique. It's called Human. I'm not sure why. I mean, we're not humans. We're like Elder. We're human-like, but we're called our species or our race is called Elder. And there's like these others that have their own conflict, like that, like the pointy ears and the horns ones, and the usual JRPG stuff. Anyway, when I defeated the boss, which can actually be aimed in different sections, like you kind of have to. It's in the tutorial. And then moving on, I meet up with a friend of mine that is actually this old guy, and he's telling us about, he's reminding us in the game about the condition of our good friend Prince that we're trying to save, that is almost in his last breath, and explaining to our new friend here also the premise of the story, the plot that we're going to face, and then just venture together. But before we reach out the city, we are going into this dream, and then we create a new bond for that new persona, and we are going to as well to our other friends later on in the game. It's very persona-like, but it's not. I assure you that. I promise you. And this guy is also, of course, the guy that you come to when you want to upgrade your persona and stuff like that. Now we are trying to get back to the city, but we have to go through this path right here, the forest, and then there's like a dungeon. We're trying to solve the mystery of whatever happened to the barracks. Why is it getting attacked? It's so mysterious. What happens there, and why are we getting attacked now by the regular army now? But we're one of them. We're supposed to be one of them. Now here's the explanations about the tactics that we can set up formations. I mean, positioning ourselves, like we can be up front or in the back when we're trying to heal maybe, or trying to defend ourselves, dodging the enemy's attack, especially these little soldiers here. You might want to move back and then heal yourself. But there are also like certain monsters that do like special attacks only on the front line or on the back line and stuff like that. So that's helpful as well. And then we go inside this dungeon. Basically in this dungeon, I'm already over leveled, and our friend here got his first form of archetype, so there's introduction for that. And also, this is the unique part that is different from Persona because certain people, not certain people, everyone actually could learn different archetypes. So, although in the demo, I feel that you could only equip one archetype at a time, but you could also experiment in playstyles. So it's like it's so good. I really like that feature. I mean, it's like we're sets of Power Rangers or Ultramans or something like that. It's so cool. I like it. And I don't know if you like that type of thing, but look at that. Look how cool the design is. I mean, come on. If you're not into Persona or SMT, at least when you're playing this game and you like the kind of stuff that I mentioned, you're probably just gonna experiment with the combinations here, because when you connect to the internet and you're going through these dungeons, you could actually press I forgot what button, but you could actually look up other people's formations and strategy, like what archetypes they're using into fighting the boss or the into progressing in the dungeon and stuff like that. And we've fought more monsters with different types. There are monsters that is not very good with getting damage from physical attacks, so you gotta put some magic in it. And then here's the part where I have turned into a magic user, so my field attack slightly different, so it's kind of difficult for me to, you know, knock back enemies because my type of attack is like area. It's like a whirlwind. I mean, sorry about that. As you can see, it hits more enemies, but when stronger enemies trying to hit me, it'll hit me first. I mean, I'm easily ambushed now. That's the thing that I'm talking about. Traveler's choice. That's other people's archetypes formations. Anyway, moving on. By the end of this dungeon, I fought another monster. As you can see here, where was it? There it is. I mean, human as the boss. Human is a monster. Look at that. That's definitely a face of a human, but a behavior of a monster. And then later on, we're moving on here and defeated that guy, and then we meet this dragon. Oh my god, look at that dragon. The dragon's so scary. Let's not face it. Let's just run away this way. And then we were able to run away. We've been given their cutscenes. I mean, I really love these cutscenes telling us backstory about what happened, and it's easier to me to watch all this and then go back to this part when they're in like 3D animations. It feels very immersive to me. Okay, now that we're back in the city, hold on. We're going to meet the family of the old dude Grias, and the story explained more there. It's getting serious, it's getting darker. I don't want to spill too much, but it does feels very dark in mood, in the settings, in form of, you know, just basically the format of the graphic of the design of the game. So yeah, you might want to explore here a bit, not unlike my gameplay, because at the time I'm already like, oh, okay, I think I'm done with the demo. It's getting too long. Maybe if I knew that it's going to take me more than 3 hours to finish the whole demo, maybe I prepare myself for it. But here's another plot unwind, and then we'll be facing all this scary looking people and monsters. You know, now there's this huge human that seriously reminds me of Attack on Titan. Look at that. Look at that. Well, if you're liking this type of game, then you should check it out. And then people are trying to be I mean the guy, the baddie in the very beginning of the game is trying to take over, and we refuse. We're going to fight against your army of monsters. We're fighting, and I'm not sure if I covered enough of everything, but if you think there are more stuff that I should know about or other people should know about, maybe you should write down in the comment section down below what's good, what's bad, what are you expecting, what are within the game doesn't meet your expectation and it's disappointing. If you tried the demo, it's going to be released soon, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be full price. Well, like $70 US. It's about like 100,000 here. And to me, I might be wishlisting for now because, again, as always, I have huge backlogs that I need to finish. But do you think you're going to get it first day? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be DLC coming in the future, as always with Atlas games. Maybe not even story DLC, not only costumes and stuff like that. But this game is me. This is the type of theme that I want in my game, but in style of Persona and a mix of dark elements in SMT for story-wise. Well, this game is me, definitely. Now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about how the demo, prologue demo ends. They're going to tell us a lot more about the story, and then we're going to be fighting our own friend. Why? You'll find it. You'll find it in the story. It's still a great ending of a story in a demo, so I won't spoil you. And then here it is. We gather more friends, we create more bonds as in Persona, and then by the end of the demo, you'll be able to continue your progress up to 3 days in game. So yeah, you can you can set your archetypes, you can set your different type of equipments, because your archetypes kind of determine in what equipments that you're going to be using. When I'm using the mage archetypes, I'm using wands. I'm not using swords anymore. And that's probably about it that I could talk about this prologue demo. So what do you think about Metaphor ReFantazio? First of all, what do you think about that name? Come on, is there no other things that could represent the game? I mean, Metaphor ReFantazio. I mean, these Japanese titles, it's always wacky like this, but still, it's just me. It's very subjective. Anyway, write it down on the comment section down below what I might be missing, what I should be exploring even more, what other people should be seeing in the game that is actually a great experience that you like to try. Hold on, I'm going to skip through here a little bit. I'm going to show you the end of the demo, and once again, sub and like to support the channel. Thank you as always, those people up there supporting me through Saweria and my YouTube members. It's October already, so watch out. Every Sunday 8 p.m. supposedly is going to be the giveaway time. I'm probably going to start the live stream before that time, so come and hang out. And once again, thank you for visiting Varian. After this demo, after this part right here, you could actually explore. As you can see, there it is. And until next time then.